Today we're going to talk about the Red Komodo camera as well as the cage that I'm using now. That's going to be the Smallrig cage as well as a lightweight matte box. So let's get started. Hey guys, Tiago with Classical Technology here. Remember to subscribe and smash that like button. Recently, Smallrig sent me over their cage for the Red Komodo as well as a lightweight matte box in order to put in front of the lens. Now, I've been using the Red Komodo for a few months now and it's an absolutely fantastic camera, but in order to make it very usable, you do have to sort of rig it out and connect things to it to make it easier to hold, to be able to put a monitor on it and things of that nature. For a while, I was using the original GDU accessories that you can get for the Komodo, but as time went on, more and more companies started to make accessories for the Red Komodo, including Smallrig. I've had so many of their accessories for other cameras like my Sony cameras and things like that. Their cages are usually very high quality, put together very well, and this Red Komodo cage was absolutely no exception. Now, they did send this to me to evaluate and review, but of course my opinion on it is my own. Now, the Red Komodo, like I said, it's just a little white square box. Now, if you have the newer Red Komodo, the production version, you might have a black model. This one is the white or the Stormtrooper model, which were one of the first units that they shipped. Really no difference, just the color, and this indicates that it's an earlier model. Now, something really cool with this Smallrig cage, you get everything on it that you need to tighten everything and to screw in, basically all of the tools. The cage basically just slides right in from the front, then you tighten the two little screws on the bottom as well as on the sides. And now the great thing about this cage is that after you put it on, you can basically take various things off and on very easily with the NATO rails. That's basically like you're gonna have their side handle, the wood side handle. You can just basically put it up to the side of the cage, tighten it, and then if you have to take it out for some reason, if you're in a tighter shoot, if you're gonna put it on maybe a tripod, you just sort of untighten it and you can pull it right off. Now, the same is going to be true of the top monitor mount. The previous way that I had it before, I had to permanently sort of have it screwed in, but this Smallrig system is actually pretty awesome. If you need to move your monitor around, take it out of your camera, do whatever you want with it. It's basically a NATO rail once again, and you put it on top, you untighten it, and you can pull the monitor right off and it stays connected to the little Smallrig monitor arm. So that's certainly a huge benefit if you have to sort of be very modular, very mobile. I really like the way that the cage is designed and built to interact with these different NATO rails and the different accessories that you can put on it. Now, the side handle I think is really essential because the camera is basically like a little small square. You really do need a side handle like this in order to be able to effectively hold it. And of course, this is still going to be a very cost-effective way of getting the side handle on there that still looks great, still a wood handle, and it allows you to control the camera much easier. And of course, even with the little monitor mount, if you need to flip the monitor around, you don't even have to take it off the NATO rail. You can just loosen it a little bit, move it over to the other side. Let's say if you want it to face you or face, the other side, if you're doing like some handheld shoots or something like that. That's definitely a very flexible way to have your monitor mounted. Now, on the other side, you'll also have various mounting points. If you want to add a second handle or even something to hold, maybe like a follow focus or something like that, you certainly have a lot of options. And the best thing is when you're moving the camera around, because it has those multiple points that you actually attach it to your camera, everything fits very securely. The last thing you want to do is when you're handheld and moving your camera around and the cage rattles or moves around. None of that here. Very well built and really well designed in order to integrate very tightly with the camera. Now, something else that Smallrig sent me is going to be their lightweight matte box. Now, as you guys know, a lot of photo cameras, most people will just screw in like an ND filter or even like a Pro Mist or something like that to the front of their lens. But when you're using a cinema camera, it's just a lot faster, more efficient. Let's say if you're on a set with a matte box like this, you can keep it in front, easily switch out lenses that are similar sizes. It does come with 4 different attachments for different sort of widths of your lens, so it makes it very easy if you have to switch out lenses if you're on set or doing something that's just like run and gun. Very easy to just pull the matte box out, switch the lens out, and put it right back on, and then you basically basically just tighten it. That way your filter stays in there and you can have a pretty consistent look across all of your different lens choices. Of course, another cool thing is it's going to keep like sunlight and everything else under control, just because the way that it's closed off on the sides and you have the top that easily goes up and down. One of the really impressive things about this matte box is just how light it is. It has this really cool carbon fiber design on top, and it's just really light. It adds almost no weight to the lens setup, especially if you have one of these bigger, heavier cinema lens. Here I put it on a Canon 24-70 2.8, which is a pretty big lens, but it's certainly not the biggest that you can get. Really didn't make almost any difference at all in terms of added weight. Felt very easy to maneuver. Not only that, I think it looks really cool and kind of finishes off the look of the camera and gives you a lot of flexible options when you're putting in the drop-in filters and you have to be on a busy set and move things around and things of that nature. The main purpose of this cage definitely is to be able to mount all your accessories, your monitor, your side handle, and of course you can also get the screen protector for the Komodo. That way, if something accidentally brushes up against the Komodo screen, you don't have any scratches or any breaks or anything like that, much like a phone screen protector would work. So that's certainly another big positive. At the end of the day, these accessories allow you to do what you have to do a little bit more safely, since everything can be tightly sort of connected to the camera, and it allows you just many more flexible options where you don't have to sort of jerry-rig things. You can securely attach all of your different accessories in one compact unit. So I want to thank Smallrig for sending me these in order to take a look. Very enjoyable. I think they're going to stay on my camera now pretty much long term. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Remember to smash that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.